Since the band's demise, Bisma got a job as a receptionist at a temp agency. She spent weeks monitoring the tidal wave of hate. Every day, wading through the toxicity. She spent weeks monitoring the tidal wave of hate. Every day, wading through the toxicity, like Frodo, journeying through the treacherous Mordor. Aisha had totaled her car in a moment of white-hot road rage. She found new employment as a food courier.
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 Courier. Courier.
Snafu. Snafu.
Snafu. Snafu.
Snafu.
She felt fully responsible for the article and the resulting snafu.
Oh, there's been a snafu with the shrimp.
Well, there was a snafu when we stopped.
And sorry, but the security snafu?
You dragged me in here, wedge an endoscope up my posterior, and all this time, the only incriminating item you have in your possession is a filing snafu?
How about
your little filing snafu?
We've done a lot of business with them over the years, and they blame you for the snafu.
It's part of that Oregon snafu with that dog, Boudreaux.
I had a last-minute snafu.
Chinese gun sources laying low since the immigration snafu.
Oh, completely untrue. Inter-office snafu.
Was snafu. They bailed.
I went to the file room to get you the good stapler, but there was a bit of a snafu.
So I've been thinking through our little timeline snafu, and I'm pleased to report that in my professional expert opinion, we are totally in the clear.
There was a schedule snafu.
Shipping snafu en route from Paris.
tonight because of your office's little snafu?
Oh, sorry, little snafu here.
It seemed like needless self-flagellation.
Self-flagellation. Self-flagellation.
Self-flagellation. Self-flagellation.
Flagellation. Flagellation.
It seemed like needless self-flagellation.
Amina is looking for the yin to her yang.
Yin. Yin.
Yin. Yin.
Yin. Yin.
Yin.
Amina is looking for the yin to her yang, the flap to her jack.
It's not naughty music, it's meaningful. It actually has something to say.
Grotty.
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 Grotty. Grotty.
Grotty.
She was working round the clock.
We didn't raise you on a Kansas prairie.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Our white overlords, that's who.
Overlord.
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 Which motherfucker decided that them creepy, freakish, slopey, small button noses were superior to my characterful, unrepentant, unapologetic schnoz, yeah? Our white overlords, that's who.
The bedsit was Cyrus' home. The bedsit was Cyrus' home. The bedsit was Cyrus' home. Since we lost the bedsit, we had lost our creative flow and it...
Sure, it starts with a harmless strum on the guitar. But before you know it, you'll be whipping off the hijab and hosting wine and cheese nights.
It could adversely impact my development.
Our squabbling had momentarily subsided as we gazed in awe at our new rehearsal space. Our squabbling had momentarily subsided as we gazed in awe at our new rehearsal space. A far, far cry from Cyrus' bedsit.
I'm not some fussy old retired music teacher.
Fusty.
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 I'm not some fussy old retired music teacher.
Sarah, come on, stay. You don't have to go yet.
No. All good. Don't want to impose.
Well, you're not imposing. Come on.
I'm sorry, I'm not an emotional masochist.
As for me, I was thrumming with anxiety. Had my villain era led me to a life of debauchery?
Debauchery. 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 Debauchery.
So, apologies if I'm not so forthcoming. Taz, on the other hand, was spending the hiatus hustling hard. But she was adamant we take the deal.
Zeitgeist. 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 Zeitgeist.
Wanted to put our album out ASAP. We were zeitgeisty, apparently. Zeitgeisty.
Ooh, how's my rock star?
Vexed. Profoundly vexed.
You know, I listen to your vinyl on a weekly basis.
Vinyl.
Vinyl.
Vinyl. Vinyl.
Vinyl.
Muslims are being chucked out of their homes, treated as second-class citizens.
Be the mouthpiece for something real. Amina, we're artists. We're not confined by our lived experience. Come on.
Don't you fucking tell me what punk is, or I swear to God, I will ram this up your ass.
Ram.
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 Cavalier.
Cavalier.
I just think you're all being a bit alarmist.
Nah, mate. You're being cavalier.
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 But the real coup is over there. Lil Sebastian.
2 million. I'm gonna win you 1 million teddy bears.
Well, I want 1 billion teddy bears.
Well, that's a little unrealistic. This is a hard game. 2 million.
Do you want to tell us any more?
Poodles only?
Simone is not willing to spend money or use a lot of something.
Not willing to spend money or use a lot of something.
Parsimonious.
Parsimonious.
Parsimonious.